A lot of the restaurant owners that I meet have the same two questions. Number one, how do I make my restaurant more profitable? And number two, what is it that successful restaurant owners are doing differently than what I'm doing? And guess what? The answer might surprise you. It has nothing to do with hustling more, and it's not like they've got some secret growth strategy that they're keeping from you. The answer is they've got habits that they've built up over time, routines that help them build on their success. So that's what this video is all about. I want to share with you the 5 habits that I see showing up consistently in the most successful restaurant owners I meet. If you don't know me, my name is Chip Close. I'm the founder and CEO of Restaurant Strategy. I help independent restaurant owners increase the profitability of their restaurants. What does that mean? It means helping you make more and work less. Sound good? You're in the right place. Now, this video is all about these 5 habits. What are the 5 habits that consistently show it up in the most successful restaurant owners? Here we go. Number 1, they've gone from push leadership to what I call pull leadership. Now, what does that mean? I'm going to get into that. Before we do that, let's talk for a second about systems and goals. Systems and goals is the foundation for any great business accomplishment, right? A goal is simply where you want to get to. We're at point A and we want to get to point B. It is the place that you want to arrive at. A system is just a crappy corporate word that means a repeated set of tasks. So we do the following things to achieve the stated goal. In order to get from point A to point B, we do this and this and this. The very best owners understand that. That's woven into the fabric of everything they do. Push leadership, then, what is that? That is you walking around telling everybody what to do. And if you need to do that, if your restaurant needs that from you, you are never going to be able to leave the building because you're going to have to walk around and say, do this, do that, do this, do that. So maybe you're good at delegating, maybe you're good at outsourcing, but the people still require you to be there to tell them what to do, when to do it, how to do it. And that is a problem. Certainly, you can run one location that way. You can run one location for a while that way, but you cannot run one location forever that way. And certainly, if you want to expand to 2, 3, 5, 10, 50 locations, something's got to change. So the most successful restaurateurs that I have ever met, that I've observed, have moved from that push leadership to what I call pull leadership. Pull leadership is about properly laying out the expectations, making sure the goal is clearly stated. We are here at point A and I need us to get to point B. And I'm putting you in charge of getting us from point A to point B. So build a strategy, put together a plan, set deadlines, and put the activity into place. Put the system into place. What are the things we need to do to get from point A to point B? What happens is that a great leader, the very best leaders I've ever seen or ever worked with, are really good at that. Outlining the goal, telling people where they need to go, right? Articulating a vision, and then empowering everybody else in the organization to take control of that, to take ownership of all those things. If you think it's impossible, I promise you it's not. It just requires a shift. You can't walk around telling people what to do. You have to walk around telling people what you need to make happen, and then you empower them, you entrust them to get it done. That's the first shift. That's the first habit that I see everyone doing. Number 2, the very best owners understand that it's not their job to do. It's not about working in the business. It's about working on the business. It's a cliche, and I hear you, but it's a cliche for a reason. The very best owners embrace 2 words: oversight and support. They understand that their job is to set guidance, set vision, and to make sure that the things happen, and then to provide support when people need help, to answer questions, to give guidance, to be that shoulder that they can lean on. Very best owners have established themselves in their business as the ones who have to, things get delivered to. They're the ones who set the deadlines and confirm and tweak and edit and ensure that the work is getting done, and then provide support when people need help getting the work done. Those are the first 2 habits, and they're crucial. Number 3, the third habit is that the very best owners out there are laser focused on the bottom line. Profit is the one thing. I talk about this all the time. The One Thing is a book written by Gary Keller, right? So he's the founder of Keller Williams. Jay Papasan also wrote it with him. He is a business coach, a mentor, an entrepreneur in his own right. These 2 guys got together and wrote this book about the one thing. And they talk about the word priority, right? Priority comes from the Latin root prior, which means first. And way back when priority first emerged in the 14th century, they basically said that it was singular. It was never meant to be pluralized, right? When we pluralized, we dilute its power. It is the one thing. What is the one thing we can do? such that by doing it would make everything else unnecessary or easier. Profit is that thing. Understand that great food, great service, great decor, a cool logo, all of that is in service of the bottom line. Everything has to go towards that bottom line, because if you are not profitable, you are not sustainable. You cannot survive. It's the oxygen mask analogy. The best owners understand they got to take care of themselves and the business first, then they can better take care of everyone else. And if that sounds greedy, if that sounds money hungry, I promise you it's not. What you do with the surplus, the extra, the profit is up to you. You can give it all away. You can do profit sharing. You can donate it to charity, right? You can use it to spread out to your very best employees. You can use that to incentivize great work or longevity. Do whatever you want. But profit is the key. Understanding that you need to take in more revenue than you have expenses going out. A profitable restaurant is a sustainable restaurant, is a healthy restaurant, is a happy place to work. And the very best owners understand that. They understand that that is the goal. That's the third habit. Number 4, they know that the micro impacts the macro. Now, you can't walk around talking about big sales numbers. Hey, guys, listen up. We really got to hit $2.3 million this year. Most people are like a server, a busser, a bartender. They've never had to contemplate $2.3 million, so they don't understand. But if you focus on the micro, that will get you ultimately to the macro. And the very best restaurant owners I know think deeply about the micro. The micro is the smallest unit you have, which is PPA or check average. PPA is per person average. On average, how much is each person worth to you when they walk in the front door? There is a number. There's a number at breakfast. There's a number at lunch. There's a number at dinner. There's a number for your private dining room. Understand what is the number that is required, right? PPA, understanding the baseline and then setting targets for how to grow PPA. That you can have your servers or bartenders or managers focused on, right? So what are you selling at the table? How much revenue are you generating per butt that you have in your seat? The very best owners have this habit dialed in. They understand that the micro ultimately leads to a higher macro, meaning PPA leads to higher top line revenue, which is indelibly connected to profit. The fifth habit I see in the very best owners out there is that they are not seagulls. Now, what do I mean by that? The seagull theory says, what do seagulls do? Seagulls are at the beach, right? You go to the boardwalk and they come in and they fly high above everybody and they just poop on everybody. That's called Seagull Management. And the very best owners I know understand that that's not how they do, that they need to come in, that they need to engage, that they need to get involved, that they need to be there and get to know the people. They need to be part of the fabric. Not seagulls flying high above, pooping on everybody, but down in it, in the trenches. Now, that doesn't mean you got to like wash dishes or run food or bus tables, because I don't believe a well-run operation needs the owner to do that. But be there, be real, talk to people, ask them how they're doing. What do you need? How's your life? How is this job? What can I do to help you continue to develop and grow? How can I nurture you so you're here for a long time? So the fifth habit, and it's really, really important, is that there are no seagulls here. They do not employ seagull management. They get down in there. They hand to hand. They get in the trenches. They engage with their people. That's it. Those are the 5 habits that I see show up consistently. And here you go. If you want further education, if you want to go beyond this, I strongly recommend you watch another video I made. It's called "If You Can't Take a Vacation, You Don't Own a Business," right? Meaning you're not a business owner. You're just a well-paid employee, or maybe not a well-paid employee. If you can't take a vacation, if you can't step out of your business, if you can't go away, if the business needs you to function, you're not an owner. Go watch that video after this one. I think you'll find it's the completion of this conversation. Here it is. What are the 5 habits that show up consistently over and over? Those are it.